Hey guys, this is um, this is my second episode in Intractable Daily, and let's actually open this up first. I'm David. Nice to meet you guys. I just checking my back here. I suffer with many different pain disorders, and sorry, I just doing my mic here. And I'm choosing them as I go along, and after I've covered them all, I will get my that in the picture there. Yeah, after I cover them all, I will start getting into more of how to manage them and dealing with them, right? Excuse me. I make these as I'm eating. I sit down at the end of my day for 3 hours to rest my spine and my legs for adhesive arachnoiditis. So, pardon me, I have trouble speaking too, so it should get better. I have trigeminal neuralgia, and I have it on both sides. I can't exactly tell you why I got it on one side, but it may have had to do with reflex sympathetic dystrophy, or what they call the nociplastic pain syndrome. It may be connected with what I went through. And so I may have also been dealing with occipital neuralgia, though, because it's very hard to discern what it was now, like how something came about. I was dealing with a horrible drug reaction, and I was having convulsions. My neck was twisting and turning for so long that I guess I hurt my cervical neck, and that's how my pain disorder began. My full body RSD, nociplastic pain syndrome. But first, I had pain go from my neck into my face. I was holding my face in pain for weeks on end. There was nothing I knew how to do, and I can't tell you today for sure if that was trigeminal neuralgia, but I sure know the attacks since. Like, it got so bad I had to go on opiates. And I've been on opiates ever since. I have 4 pain suicide diseases and 13 pain conditions in total. And so I decided I'm going to tackle trigeminal neuralgia today. Trigeminal neuralgia can go silent for some time, and I know that because I've had, and I'm lucky now. Like, I'm just on a good regimen of stuff. I take gabapentin, and I would say gabapentin helps me probably the most out of anything for a lot of neuropathic pain. I have occipital neuralgia, and I have trapezial neuralgia from a severe injury. I also had a brachial plexopathy as well. So a lot of nerve issues. And so is adhesive arachnoiditis, so that deals with the nerves of your spine. So first, let's just take a look. Let's just take a look at the picture of where the nerve branches are. Let's just pick something here, and then I'll talk about it. There, how about this right here? See if I can enlarge that any bit. So, you can see where it is. It branches out, like it branches out, and you get eye pain. You know, even your temples can get in pain, but that's more occipital neuralgia. But I mean, if there's a wide distribution here, it goes down to your jaw. And for me, the jaw was absolutely the worst. going into the teeth. And I eat now with confidence because I just pardon me, take a break, and so I'm eating here and do this. After an injury in 2015, I started getting horrible attacks in my jaw on both sides. And they varied in intensity, and there was different things that were setting it off. Like I'd wake up in the morning and I go to take my pain meds and start chewing, and it'd be like I can't even chew, can't even bite down. When I go out and I go into like into the wind, especially if it's cold, it can set off pain in my face. But the attacks I get now are mostly just episodic, and because it's damage, other nerves that I have in my neck that are like damaged, or I don't even want to explain why, but they can set it off. That's what it does. So I'll just get a quick jolt, go right up. I was in such bad shape in 2009 till 2018, but I was getting so much pain, and at first it was on this side, my left side, which isn't the damaged side, and it got so bad in my teeth that I had to have one or two teeth removed on that side, and a lot of it, well, actually it stayed, but it wasn't nearly as bad because it would spread into the tooth, right? And it would make it worse because, you still have a nerve there. And so I had it removed, and then in, what was it? I think it was 2018, it started in this side too. And this was bad. That I had to have 3 teeth removed. I think I had 3 or 4 teeth removed in all. The back teeth, the wisdom teeth, and the one close to it. And it was so bad. And even though I took it away, I could still feel the jolts going in it. They scared me. It was a type of pain that you never ever want. Like this is your face, right? This is a bone structure of your face. Your nerves, when they're set off in your face, they can make you feel like your bone is crushing. And I used to talk about it a lot. Like, I used to get suction sinusitis when I was younger, and occipital neuralgia kind of makes me feel like that in my forehead, and this, it makes you feel like it's being crushed, like sucked in. And you can have bone pain, nerve pain, and I mean, just the lightest thing can set it off. You get scary. I don't believe there's another pain like this, except for maybe one other thing that I go through, that in the moment of pain, it is horrendous. Like, even top level 10 doesn't explain what this does. I've had kidney stones, gallbladder attacks, like stones in the urethra, like coming right out, like just shock you. This is different. I had an attack in here, lived in here 3 times. And each time I had an attack, and it lasted each time for an hour. And I started to get extremely frightened because I thought there's no way that I could ever live with this. Hence, this is why they called this pain suicide disease. Then I had teeth removed. So that meant when I moved in here. But I had attacks since too. So like I said, I get episodic attacks. They're just very quick. It just goes up quick. And I count my lucky stars that I don't experience long attacks, because there's a reason they call it the suicide disease, because if you were to go on with a pain like that, I just don't think there's barely anything that compares, because this is right in your face. You can't, this is that type of pain. I have 4 of the worst pain disorders on earth. And trigeminal, at its top pain, like if I was to compare it to adhesive arachnoiditis, there's no comparison, because this is such a small area. You can't compare each one of them. This is one of those pains that you have to get relief now. There's nothing you can do. A toothache doesn't even explain it. This is like 3 times like a failing tooth. It's bad. What would I explain? What would I tell you guys? Like, I know there's a lot of people suffering out there. And let's look at some symptoms here. Throbbing, stabbing, all electrical shocks. Like it's almost like there's no hesitation to want to take out your teeth. There's no other choice. Trigeminal nerve 1 is, I've never seen this before, I don't remember. Characterized by intensely sharp, throbbing, sporadic, burning or shock-like pain around the eyes, lips, nose, jaw, forehead, and scalp. Can get worse and more pain spells that last longer. Pain often is present as a constant burning, aching, and may also have stabbing, less intense. So for me, I had some attacks that were stabbing, but what got me the most was during this, I would get an hour-long attack, and it was so dull. It was just the most dull you can think of. And also I had a mixed attack too of dull and just like throbbing with a stabbing at the same time. And it was just, it felt like it was the end of the world with that. Let's just look quick at a treatment plan, and then I'm gonna stop this. If you'd like to put anything in the comment section, if you'd like anything to talk about, I like making videos, so I'll just put medications. Mayo Clinic. And it's crazy, like, it becomes tough to, like, say you're having an attack of eating, you go to brush you can't even go and brush your teeth. A cool breeze can bring on pain, like I said, light touch of the face, eating, talking. Let's get right to treatment here. Just give me a sec, let me take a break of my voice. Trigeminal neuralgia treatment usually starts with meds, and because it's so bad, right? Pain suicide disease. some people don't need any additional treatment. However, over time, some people with the condition may stop responding to meds, or they may experience unpleasant side effects. For those people, yeah, you can get, I see injection there, probably a Botox, right? Or surgery provide other trigeminal neuralgia treatment. What they mean by that is cutting the nerve, which kind of makes sense, right? Or doing like, you know, like a sympathetic block, if that's the right terminology. And yes, you know, it says if your condition is due to, so MS can cause that. So if you ever get trigeminal neuralgia, make sure to get checked for MS. So things to block the pain signals, like anti-seizure meds. Like I said, what helps me the most, and I was surprised, and I noticed when I get attacks of trapezial neuralgia, which is a suicide disease too, if I set it off, it's the same type of pain. It's not my opiates that helped me. It wasn't anything like Toradol that helped me. Well, actually, Toradol did actually help, but not anything close to what gabapentin would do. So, anti-seizure meds for trigeminal, to Tegretol, Carbitrol. They just name a whole thing: Lamotrigine, Lamictal, Dilantin. Other meds used: Topramate. I don't endorse, I'm just reading. Lyrica and gabapentin. Those would be big ones. Careful of side effects. Muscle relaxants, baclofen. Baclofen never worked for me for anything. Botox. Used as, well, I would say first and probably last line of therapy, because if it's first line, it's because people's attacks are so bad they just want to stop it, right? And I don't want to get into surgery and all that, but I'm just imagining microvascular decompression. So involves moving or removing blood vessels that touch the trigeminal nerve to stop the nerve from malfunctioning. And you know, when they do that kind of stuff, they don't want to screw up other stuff in your nerves. I don't know these things. I've never really looked them up. Balloon compression, radiofrequency, thermal lesioning. I don't know these things. But I just wanted to give you the signs, symptoms, and that it's a horrific feeling. I won't lie. And there are, you know, like just like every disease, it's on a spectrum. So I don't have those attacks, thank God, that I had when I moved in here, and they scared the hell out of me. And then for the second time, I had to have my teeth removed. I didn't want to remove my teeth. Who wants to remove their teeth? But it was a viable option, and it kind of helped. It helped 50%, but I could still feel it, like, in my jaw. It was still, I could feel it was still, like, all over, and especially in my gum. Also not mentioned there, what I noticed I get a lot was an earache. So it's just a wide distribution of that area. So anyways, thanks for watching my video, guys. This is TN. This is trigeminal neuralgia, and that said 1. So I guess there's a different variant for different reasons. God bless everybody.